What's up, guys? So in today's video I'm gonna go over 5 solo mode tips for beginners. And so the first tip that we're gonna get into is to pressure nearby opponents in early game. And so what I mean by that is that in early game is when the playing field is nearly the most level. People are looking for armor, weapons, ammo, etc., even the better players in the lobby. So if you land hot, semi-hot, or at a blue zone location, loot as quick as possible, prioritizing weapons, armor, ammo, and heals. So even that 5,000 kill Wraith or 2,000 kill Pathfinder or whatever, alright, at the beginning is where the playing field is at the most level for everybody, because everybody's not fully kitted or fully looted up. Then, so get back to the tip. Push people you hear nearby so they don't have more time to find better armor or better gun or more ammo. And with this strategy, you can take out the better players or even the lower skilled players quickly with this strategy. Always see who is landing with you or nearby to get as much information as possible. For example, okay, I got 2 players that landed with me in this building, or I know there's one other person that landed with me, or I know this person, he landed in a building across from me. So this is a way to get more information so you know where people are at, and you can anticipate whether they're going to push you or not, or to see if they are still at the location where they had dropped or landed at. And so now with the second tip is to bait aggressive opponents. So if you get in a situation where you are being chased, especially when you already took a damage from that opponent, baiting opponents behind cover or in a building, the push can work in your favor if you play it right. Especially say if you have like a peacekeeper or either aid that can do a lot of damage in a couple hits, so you can position yourself in a high ground or blind area spot in the building. And what I mean by blind area is that say you climb up on a wall, a nook, or staircase or shelf or whatever, or even on a second level, so that when an enemy comes through the door that you went through, they're trying to see where you're at, but you know where that enemy is. You see them coming in the same door that you went through, so you will have the advantage. Or you can use care packages as bait. Wait several seconds to see if opponent's going to come to that care package, or even wait 10 or 15 seconds to see either if opponent or another opponent's going to come to the care package drop. I'll talk about the map care package drops, which are red, not the lifeline ones, and you can use that as bait and see if anybody's gonna come and push you or come and try to get that care package, and you can take out that opponent, because again, you can get the drop on, or you can get the first few shots on them. So you can always use a care package for bait, or if you know that an aggressive opponent is really pushing you, try to either go into a building or behind cover and try to find out to see if they are coming in the same direction they went through, and you can get the shots on them and then reverse the advantage to your favor. Alright, so now for the third tip, which I think is probably one of the most important tips if you're trying to get easy kills, is to look out for campers. Now this tip, you can get, like I said, a lot of easy kills just by searching for campers in solo mode. And what I've noticed in solo mode this week is that a lot of people there are campers in mid to end game. So if you hear somebody in a building, or you see somebody go into a building and they're not actively moving, you can bait them out with a grenade, get on a roof and peek inside, check the corners and surprise them. Some people will camp behind a rock also, or small nooks or ledges in buildings, and then you can find campers there and get an easy kill. So always be on the lookout for campers. Usually I would say you would search the perimeter of the ring or the outside of the ring. Alright, that's where you can probably find some people at, or in like either small buildings where there can be one person. There's always, what I notice a lot in my gameplay is that there are definitely campers in almost every match in solo mode. So you can just get an easy kill or two just by looking out for campers in every building. And even then, so it's kind of a win-win for you if you get the opponent and kill them, and so also at the same time you get them more loot, you get an easy kill, and etc. So always look out for campers in solo mode and try to get the drop on them, and then you can take them out pretty easy. All right, now for the fourth tip, is what I call SCC, and no, not SEC like the football conference. SCC, slide, crouch, cover. So when engaging in 1v1 fights, use as much movement as possible. You know, Apex Legends, this is one of the best battle royales where the movement is pretty much S tier. So sliding around corners or through doors can make it a harder target for your opponent to hit you. And like I said, with most first-person shooters, most people are trained or naturally keep their crosshairs at the head or chest level. So if you slide towards an opponent or around a corner, they have to adjust their aim to where you at while your crosshairs are aimed at their head or chest level. And also to use cover during fights to quick heal, reload, or bait an opponent. But again, guys, always sliding, crouching, having, or strafing. Use as much movement as possible is always key in a 1v1 fight. Alright, you want to make it very hard for your opponents to hit you, but at the same time, you still keep your aim at your opponent. You're using the techniques, the strategies that I mentioned in my previous videos. So always use the SCC tactics when engaging in fights: to slide, crouch, and cover. Alright, now for the last tip is to treat every fight like it's for the win. In other words, you're trying to get mental reps. So this tip helps build up practice and experience for the end game, especially if a win comes down to a 1v1 situation. So if one is from 59 other players at the very beginning of a game to the very last 2, including yourself at the end game, approach every single fight like it's for the win. Every 1v1 or third party like it's for the win. Don't underestimate any opponent. And solos, everybody is the enemy. There's no teammates to bait you out or to bail you out, excuse me, and there are no teammates to bail your opponents out. So by the time you get to the last person that you have to beat for the end game, you would have already mentally practiced being in this situation throughout the whole game and previous games that you played or lost. So it's kind of like going in the backyard, you're practicing hitting a game-winning shot in basketball, or catching or throwing a game-winning pass in football. Getting these mental reps will make the end game easier for you because you're not panicking, you're calm, you already know what to do in this situation because you practice, you got mental reps throughout these matches that you play in Apex Legends solo mode and also throughout the game. And so by the time you get to that last person or last group, whether at a third party or being a 1v1, you already know what to do, what you have to do. You already practice being in 1v1 fights all game. So again, treat every single fight like it's for the win, from when it's 59 other players to where it's only 2 players left, and that includes you. Alright guys, so hopefully these tips will help you out to win in solo mode and to improve in solo mode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and what you think about these tips below. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.